This is No BS Job Search Advice Radio, episode 1781. I'm your host, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome. Welcome to another show. Yay! And this is about your favorite subject, networking. Boo! But it's important to learn how to do this. It's really important how to do it well. And today I'm going to talk with you about 3 ways to up your networking game. Hope you find it helpful and give it a great review wherever you listen to the show. And in the meantime, let's get going, okay? I thought today I would give you a couple of suggestions about how to up your networking game. After all, the statistics are very clear. Networking fills 70% of all positions. Even more if you're a senior professional. I've seen numbers as high as 90 and 95% of senior positions are filled as a result of networking. I don't know this next statistic for the seniors, but the general numbers, 70% is filled as a result of networking, and 70% of the 70%, or 49%, are filled as a result of introductions to people that you don't know, who your network does know. I'm sure that's even higher for a more senior professional. So what can you do? How can you improve your networking? And I thought I would offer you 3 ways. Number 1, where is it? Instead of going to a staff level individual, instead of going to HR, I want to encourage you to start at the top for the function that you're trying to find a job for, and look for some advice. Generally, well, I'll just speak of myself. When I got into recruiting back in the Stone Ages, they said never call HR. They said always contact the head of technology for the organization. In those days, to give you an idea how long ago this was, it was a VP level position. Occasionally, it was an SVP. There were no C-level jobs in technology. That's how long ago this was. But the principle is the same. You start at the most senior level individual and work down instead of trying to work your way up. So you don't call the financial analyst if you're looking for, a leadership role. You're looking for the head of the function. So that's number 1. Number 2, this is a fun one for networking events. You know how you're looking for an opportunity to talk a little bit, and this is one of the ones that I find enjoyable, and that's the one where you have a chance to tell your story about how you got into your field. So I'll use myself as an example. When I got into recruiting, again, back in the Stone Ages, I was a political kid, and I used to do advance on presidential candidates, for presidential candidates. And, the idea was at a particular point I decided to get out of politics and look for a role. Didn't know what to do. I just knew I had a cushy situation at a government agency where I really didn't have to do any work. As a matter of fact, I was working nights and basically sleeping because there was no one there to police what I was doing. I was 20 years old at the time, so I'll just simply say I hope that doesn't disappoint you about me, but I was 20 and I didn't know any better. So eventually I started to answer ads, and I saw one that said management trainee, inexperienced preferred, and almost didn't apply because it was inexperienced and I had no experience. So you can create a fun story where you can laugh about yourself as a gateway to a conversation with folks at a networking event, all by talking about how you got into your field. And you can start off by asking them, how did you wind up getting into whatever it is? And that becomes the way that they can talk first, and usually they'll reciprocate by saying, how did you do it? So it becomes a fun conversation. Here's the third one. I think this is the best of the 3. If you get an email from a recruiter, corporate or agency, makes no difference. You get an in-mail, you get an email. Instead of replying with an email, call them. Call them as soon as you get it and start the conversation. Hey, just got an email from you about a position. Thought I would call instead of just simply responding by email. it is probably fresh in their mind, even if it's a bulk email that they've sent out or a bulk email through LinkedIn Recruiter. You're going to stand out from all the other replies. So, do it with a smile on your face. Sound happy. Don't sound depressed. Don't sound like it was an inconvenience. Just simply say, hey, I got your email about this position. Thought I would give you a call and talk with you about the role and about my background. Do you have 5 minutes now for a preliminary conversation? Obviously, I'll send the resume over to you if you think it's worthwhile, but just start the conversation where they can hear your energy and passion and excitement and go from there. So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, here are a few more ways to get information and advice from me. First of all, there's my website, which is thebiggamehunter.us. I have more than 8,000 blog posts there that you can watch, listen to, or read that will help you find your next job. In addition, if you're interested in my coaching you, at the site there's a button there that says schedule. Schedule time for a free discovery call, schedule yourself in for coaching, interview preparation coaching, salary negotiation advice, coaching related to hiring more effectively, managing and leading, helping you to be a better executive in your organization, and overall being a better employee of your firm. If you have questions for me, you can ask them at Wizio.com/The Big Game Hunter. That's WISIO.com/The Big Game Hunter. The price at Wizio is less than 1/3 of what I'm charging at my website. And I'm doing this because I want to benefit my subscribers here and on YouTube, and only you're going to know about it. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/The Big Game Hunter. Mention that you watched or listened to my content. I like knowing I'm helping folks. Once we're connected, it's nice to hear from you. I'd love to hear from you from time to time about how I'm helping. You can also watch me on TV. Did you know that? If you have a Fire TV or a Fire Stick, download the Job Search TV app for Apple TV, Roku, Sony, Samsung, like 90 different TV platforms. You can watch me on either Zingo TV or BingeNetworks.tv. On YouTube, subscribe at JobSearchTV.com and have access to thousands of videos I've created. I'll be back tomorrow with more, and in the meantime, I hope you have a great day. Be great!